Look at his claims that geese are to blame. And it's his first television news interview. Tonight, we go one-on-one with the new SU Athletics Director, John Wildhack, for a look at his plans for the future of Orange Athletics.
The 2016 Edward R. Murrow Award winner for overall excellence in news. This is NBC3 News at 5, winner of the Emmy Award for Best Newscast.
Good evening. The countdown is on for opening day of the New York State Fair, with just hours now to go until the gates open. Right now, last-minute preparations are underway to make sure everything goes off without a hitch. Tens of thousands of people are expected to pack into the fairgrounds tomorrow. Right now, Mary Keeler joins us live at the fair with a look at what more needs to be done before the gates open up bright and early tomorrow morning. Mary?
I'm here right now at one of the most popular exhibits here at the State Fair. It is the sea lions, and they've been out here, as you can see, they're enjoying sunning themselves there. They've been out here since Thursday, but they are a long way from home. They're coming all the way from Florida. That's their home base. And while these guys hang out in their pool, the rest of the fairgrounds is absolutely buzzing as last-minute preps are underway. Now, this last 24 hours before the fair opens means inspections for every single vendor. The Department of Health has been going around making sure each food vendor is up to health and safety code, and the rides have been checked for safety as well by the state labor department. And these last days are all about getting those small details just right.
It's an extremely busy and very stressful day of getting the details right. We've gotten the big picture right up to now. The last few days is when all the details come into play.
And I've been walking around as we've been out here, and the food vendors are working away, getting ready so that they're ready for those first customers when those gates officially open at 10 tomorrow morning. But as for the sea lions, I think they have the best gig at the New York State Fair. They look like they're having a ball in this pool. Live at the New York State Fairgrounds, I'm Mary Keeler.
Oh, looks like a lot of fun. Can't wait to see them out there, Mary. Thanks. There are also many musical acts on tap for this year's fair. Big Voodoo Daddy will kick off 12 days of performances at Chevy Court tomorrow. The Swing Revival Band will take the stage at 2 p.m. Then pop star Kesha will get the party started at 8 o'clock tomorrow night at Chevy Court. Also on opening night of the fair, country superstar Keith Urban will take center stage at the Lakeview Amphitheater. He'll be joined by Brett Eldridge and country newcomer Maren Morris. The show starts at 7. Well, this morning we got our first look at this year's butter sculpture, and if you don't want to see it, look away and mute your TV for just a moment. This year's sculpture pays tribute to the U.S. Olympic athletes who competed in Rio earlier this month, and it honors the athletes who call New York State home.
It recognizes the fact that milk helps power U.S. athletes, and 9 out of 10 Olympians grew up drinking milk, so it's all really coming together.
This sculpture is crafted each year from 800 pounds of butter. You can check it out in the Dairy Products Building. Right now, crews are putting their finishing touches on the Ice Museum. And look at this. Just remarkable to see. The popular exhibit moved to the Midway this year, making the attraction about 600 square feet bigger. It took about a month for crews to build it. They're using 70 tons of ice to construct it. This year's theme is Dawn of the Dinosaurs. You can bundle up and spend time at the ice bar, sit on a throne of ice, and see more than a dozen dinosaur sculptures. It costs $7 to enter. NBC3 will be taking our evening shows to the fair again this year. We'll be broadcasting live from 5 to 6:30 starting tomorrow on opening day. We'll look for you there. Certainly that all-important fair forecast is on the horizon. NBC3 Chief Meteorologist Wayne Mahar has a look at your Weather Authority forecast. And Wayne, what's ahead for us?
Well, what's ahead is a nice quiet night tonight, at least until later on tonight, Megan. And then that leads us on into the opening day of the fair tomorrow, which, let's put it this way, I'm not making many changes to what we've been saying for days now on that 7-day weather outlook, meaning we got a little weather front we're going to have to deal with. First, let me show you what's going on right now. Live triple Doppler radar brought to you by Q Cayuga Community College, and all is quiet around the region right now. We widen out the view, though, and here's a little weather front out to the west. You can see ahead of that weather front, we've got some scattered showers, scattered thunderstorms, even some big-time severe weather right around Kokomo and Indianapolis right now. And this weather front is headed our way, and that's what's going to bring us the risk for scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow and tomorrow night. Again, keep in mind the word scattered, but we're going to keep an eye on them. Current temperature for you, unofficially 89 right now in downtown Syracuse, 85 degrees at Hancock, Clay and Cicero 87, 85 degrees in Oswego, 82 degrees in Marietta. So here's our fastcast for tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, increasing cloudiness, chance of a shower late at night, 68. Tomorrow, more humid, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and a high at 86. Here's a look outside. Stanley Law Sky Watch overlooking the city with a Stanley Law camera under sunny to partly sunny skies. I'll be back with a lot more detail on our forecast for the fair in a few minutes.
Thank you, Wayne. Developing news tonight. A powerful earthquake that struck central Italy overnight levels 3 towns to rubble. Look at the damage and destruction left behind here. At least 120 are dead, hundreds more hurt. You can see they've been searching for survivors throughout the day. Italy's health minister says children are among the dead. Right now, rescuers are working to save people trapped underneath the rubble. The 6.2 magnitude quake was felt 60 miles to the west in Rome. A Syracuse man is accused of holding a woman at knife point and stealing her car. It happened around 10:30 this morning in the parking lot of Destiny USA. Police say 32-year-old Richard Darwish threatened a woman with a knife while she and her children were inside the car. Investigators say no one was hurt, but Darwish took off with the car. Police later found it along the 200 block of Apple Street and arrested him nearby. They say he tried to escape by running from officers when he was brought downtown to the public safety building. An alert for you tonight. Watertown police are searching for a missing 24-year-old man. Have you seen this man, Zachary Parker? He was last seen leaving his home on Lee Ray Street last weekend. He drives a 4-door maroon 2012 Honda Civic with a license plate GYX5491. Police say he's known to frequent the Clayton and DePaulville areas. Anyone with information on where he might be is asked to call Watertown Police. We have their number for you, along with the car description, license plate number, and of course his pictures on our website, cnycentral.com. A health alert for you tonight out of Oswego County. Health officials there say 2 mosquito pools tested positive for West Nile virus in the towns of New Haven and Albion. These are the first cases of the virus in Oswego County this summer. Mosquito counts are low this season, but health officials say it's still important to protect yourself from bites. You're urged to wear clothing that covers your skin or apply mosquito repellent. Continuing coverage tonight of a story we first brought you last week. Tonight, the Cayuga County Health Department continues to investigate a mysterious rash several people got after swimming in parts of Owasco Lake. One local man who got it now says he believes goose excrement along the shore may be to blame. He'll present a plan to fix the problem at a parks meeting that gets underway at 6:30 tonight. New at 5 tonight, Brett Hall is live near Island Beach, where people who got the rash swam. Brett.
Yeah, several of them swam around here. Last week we were right in this very spot, Megan, and we had some kids playing out here, swimming in the water. As you can see, there's still boats out here, but nobody right here on the beach because it is now closed out of an abundance of caution until the health department in Cayuga County can figure out exactly what is going on. And they say they are working to do this as fast as they can, and they are not yet sure what's causing this rash.
Some of them obviously blistered over because of my scratching them.
The rash looks like this. Tiny little marks up and down the leg. Don Delastrito says he discovered them when he woke up last Monday after spending the weekend in Owasco Lake as a part of the Great Race.
What really went through my mind is that I got some kind of bug bites yesterday at Emerson Park.
The Cayuga County Health Department says they still aren't sure what could be causing the rash. Water samples gathered from this area of the lake turned up negative for blue-green algae. So now they are looking into the possibility these rashes are caused by swimmer's itch. The CDC says swimmer's itch is an allergic reaction to certain microscopic parasites that infect some birds and mammals and then are released through waste.
Bird feces. If my rash is caused by the birds, then we need to eradicate the birds.
While the presence of the parasite hasn't been confirmed, the health department is continuing its tests, and the Parks Committee is already looking into its options. One would be encouraging hunters to shoot the geese starting September 1st, which is already legal. Another, obtain a nuisance permit, allowing county employees to call the geese come next spring.
I don't know that I would shoot the geese just because they're here, but if they're making it so we can't use our water for swimming, that would motivate me to want to get rid of them.
The discussion will get underway around 6:30 in the Parks and Trails office of Cayuga County. That's right across the street from Emerson Park here. As you can see, there still are people out in the water. The Cayuga County Health Department wants people to know that as a whole, the lake is safe. And they are just looking at this section of water here by the beach. They're continuing to do tests, and they say that there's another beach open today on the other side of this park, and that is safe. Again, reporting live in the town of Owasco, I'm Brett Hall.
All right, we will wait for answers, too, from the health department. Brett, thank you. The IHOP at Destiny USA closes its doors after a year and a half in business. It opened on the third level of the mall's Canyon area in December of 2014. But the relationship between the two parties soured when the mall sued IHOP, claiming they failed to pay rent. IHOP says the mall exaggerated the number of potential customers that were visiting the shopping complex. Still ahead on NBC3 News at 5. Tonight, SU's new athletic director sits down with us for his first television interview. We'll take a look at his goals, what he has in store for Orange Athletics. The new Midway is making room for more attractions at the State Fair this year. We'll show you around on the new rides before you head there with your family tomorrow. You're watching NBC3 News at 5.
Well, we've had a good-looking day today as we lead on up to the start of the Great New York State Fair for tomorrow. Things are going to be changing, though, after a fine-looking evening tonight. We're going to find that a little bit of a weather front. We've said this now for days on that 7-day weather outlook. Looks as if it's going to be increasing our humidity and increasing our chance for some scattered showers or a thunderstorm tomorrow and tomorrow night. Here's more details for you. Let's start out with what's going on right now, get you on through the evening. Then we'll start to really detail the State Fair forecast for the next several days ahead. Here's a look at what's going on right now with live triple Doppler radar brought to you by Cayuga Community College. And all is quiet around the region right now. It's going to be nice and quiet for a good chunk of the night tonight. But very late tonight on towards sunrise tomorrow morning, that's when we increase at least the small chance of a scattered shower or thunderstorm very late tonight. But the evening is going to be just great. Here's a look at our weather map for you. Fair weather high pressure starting to slowly work out to the east of here. Meanwhile, out to the west, we've got this fairly active cold front cutting on through the Great Lakes right now. Tornado watch ahead of that front across parts of central and southern Indiana, western Ohio. Already produced at least a couple of tornadoes around Indianapolis and Kokomo, Indiana, just in the past hour or two. And it's that somewhat active weather front, along with an increase in the humidity, that's going to work its way on in here tomorrow, especially afternoon and tomorrow night. That brings us our chance for some scattered showers and maybe a thunderstorm. Temperature-wise, hour by hour for this evening and overnight tonight. 7 p.m. we're 86, 83 degrees at 9, 76 degrees at 11. Later on tonight, we drop down to 68 about 5 or 5:30 tomorrow morning, and that's our overnight low. So for tonight, increasing clouds, rather mild, a little more muggy, and the chance of a shower or thunderstorm late tonight, and the low tonight at 68 degrees. Okay, now let's start concentrating on planning for the State Fair. What day is going to be best to head out there? And here's our outlook for the next several days for you. Obviously, today has been great, but for tomorrow, Thursday on into Thursday night, here's that increase, a 60% chance for some scattered showers or a thunderstorm around tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. But then look, most of the day Friday, the weekend continues looking good. A little chance of a scattered shower in here Sunday night on into Monday. So a little planner for you. So on the Futurecast, here's where we are right now. And then we'll put the map into motion. 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. A couple of scattered showers maybe starting to show up out to the west of us. And here's the map at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. 1 or 2 scattered showers here and there. Later tomorrow evening, the chance for a little heavier shower or thunderstorm coming on through. So the 7-day weather outlook. We'll look at a high temperature tomorrow at 86, and it will be more humid. And then on Friday, chance of a lingering morning shower, otherwise gradual clearing, breezy, the humidity slowly going down, 84. Weekend is looking fantastic, especially Saturday. Sunny, 81, increasing clouds Sunday, 87, and chance of a scattered shower Sunday night or Monday. Here's a look outside. Stanley Law Sky Watch for you, overlooking the city with a Stanley Law camera. And well, there you go, overlooking the state fairgrounds. There you go. The front gate right there, brand new. We are going to be out there live just 24 hours from now. That's the latest from the weather outside. Don't forget about our Weather Authority app. Also, make sure you go to the App Store. You can download it. Look up CNY Central for the Weather Authority app.
Wayne, thank you. It's his first television interview tonight. We're going one-on-one with the new SU Athletic Director, John Wildhack, as he prepares for his first term at the helm of SU Athletics. We talked to him about his goals for his alma mater's athletic programs. Wildhack graduated from SU back in 1980. He spent 36 years at ESPN, working his way up to become the Executive Vice President of Programming and Production. Wildhack replaced Athletic Director Mark Coyle, who left unexpectedly earlier this year to take a similar job in Minnesota. Now at 5, Sports Director Nico Tamarian joins us live here in the studio with more of what we can expect to see happen under Wildhack's reign. Nico.
Hey there, Megan. Certainly an exciting time on the SU Hill. John Wildhack is an alum of Syracuse, as you mentioned, ever since he's been a fan, rooting Syracuse on from his prominent role at ESPN. As you mentioned, I sat down with Wildhack today. Now Syracuse has stability with one of its own to guide it through the future. The athletics director job is certainly still first and foremost about putting the Orange's coaches and players in the best position possible. Remember, though, Syracuse needs to stand out in an ever-changing collegiate landscape. That future is just so critical. The media world is changing. In a world of smartphones and DVRs, live sporting events are now one of the last things that are so-called DVR-proof, meaning fans clamor to see it live. They can't watch it the next day. That means more money for the ACC and in turn Syracuse. Who better to guide the school through this time than a man who called it his career for more than 3 decades?
Well, I think sports is all about immediacy, right? It's all about now. And you're right, Nico. You have to watch it live. You have to consume it live. So I think it increases in value exponentially. It's important to the networks. It's important to advertisers. Important to distributors. So I think, you know, is an overarching the sports industry and in college sports is in a very, very strong position in terms of a media landscape.
Megan, certainly John checks the box on several factors. That TV background, just a huge asset for the Orange going forward. And coming up in sports at 6 o'clock, remember, Dino Babers was actually hired by Mark Coyle. Right. And then Coyle left before Babers even coached a game. First one's next Friday. What both men are saying about that relationship and how it forged and really kind of alleviated what could have been an uncomfortable position for Babers.
Yeah, they sort of had to acquaint themselves with each other. And you always said that you thought this was a smart hire.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, first of all, you have somebody that's not going to leave after a year. He loves Syracuse, does John Wildhack. And that TV background, that is where the future of all this is going, and who better to guide you through it?
All right, we'll be watching them. Nico, thanks. Take a look at this video. Does it get any better than that? The new men's soccer team posting this amazing video of a player heading the ball to his teammates. This post was on the SU team's Facebook page and Twitter account. It has since gone viral. One player heads the ball successfully 25 times, and then the team goes wild. The men's home opener is this Friday night at 7 against UMass. It's free to attend, so let's come on out and support these guys.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
I love it. It's such a great video. Oh, and there they go wild. You can watch it online as well. Coming up on the news at 5 tonight. Many children across the country often skip school each day due to bullying fears. Tonight, what we can do as parents to intervene. Last year's Better sculpture was sure to impress. You might remember this one. Well, tonight, we're going to take you behind the scenes of creating this year's masterpiece. How the artist came up with the design and the painstaking process to make it come to life. You're watching NBC3 News at 5.